After hiring Moore last offseason, the Eagles may once again find themselves needing to fill the offensive coordinator position. Here are 10 candidates worth considering for the role in Philadelphia. Following the promotion of Brian Johnson in 2023, the Eagles might choose to explore external candidates in 2025. However, several promising in-house candidates could be elevated to offensive coordinator if Moore departs. Below are two individuals from Sirianni's current coaching staff that warrant consideration. Kevin Patullo. Kevin Patullo is regarded as Sirianni's right-hand man and currently serves as the pass game coordinator and associate head coach in Philadelphia. With 15 seasons in the NFL across 6 different teams, he has held various roles. After opting not to promote Patullo in successive seasons, Sirianni may finally grant the 43-year-old the chance to become Philadelphia's offensive coordinator in 2025. T.J. Paganetti. Paganetti first joined the Eagles as an analyst under then-head coach Chip Kelly in 2013. He returned to the franchise in 2017 as an offensive quality control coach and assistant offensive line coach. Since then, he has remained with the organization and is now the run game specialist and assistant offensive line coach. At only 35 years old, the Eagles might consider promoting one of their homegrown coaches who has progressed through the organization across multiple coaching regimes. Philadelphia Eagles owner Jeffrey Lurie and general manager Howie Roseman conversed during the game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles on November 1, 2020, at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Photo by Andy Lewis, Icon Sportswire. Philadelphia's offensive coordinator position has recently gained prominence in the NFL. If Moore secures the role in New Orleans, it would signify that 2 of the team's last 3 offensive coordinators have ascended to head coaching positions. Consequently, many emerging coaching talents will be focused on Philadelphia's possible opening. Here are 4 notable candidates to consider for the Eagles. Nate Scheelhaase. The Eagles interviewed Scheelhaase in 2023 before promoting Brian Johnson to offensive coordinator. Scheelhaase has spent several seasons at Iowa State under head coach Matt Campbell, a close associate of Sirianni. In 2024, he worked under Sean McVay as an offensive assistant and passing game specialist for the Los Angeles Rams, where he held the esteemed title of play drawer, a role previously occupied by current head coaches Zach Taylor and Liam Cohen, as well as Zach Robinson. Jared Johnson was interviewed by the Eagles for their offensive coordinator position prior to hiring Moore in 2024. Despite a challenging year for C.J. Stroud, Johnson is still highly regarded in the NFL. The 36-year-old is currently being considered for multiple offensive coordinator openings nationwide. Johnson coached alongside Sirianni for 2 seasons with the Indianapolis Colts. Philadelphia may express renewed interest in Johnson if Moore becomes the Saints' head coach. Josh McCown. Interestingly, McCown began his coaching journey while playing for the Eagles. After retiring in 2019, he joined the Eagles, which allowed him to return to Charlotte, North Carolina, to serve as the quarterback's coach at Myers Park High School, where his sons played. By 2025, McCown had completed 2 seasons as a quarterback's coach in the NFL and helped Sam Darnold achieve remarkable success with the Minnesota Vikings in 2024. Familiar with the organization, McCown is seen as an up-and-coming talent among offensive assistant coaches in the NFL. Bobby Slowik. At this time last season, Slowik was considered one of the most promising head coaching candidates in the NFL. The Texans had just experienced an unexpectedly strong season, and Slowik was credited as the architect of Houston's offense. However, the Texans have since surprisingly let him go, leaving the 37-year-old searching for new opportunities. Given Slowik's play-calling experience over 2 seasons in Houston and his potential, Philadelphia would likely be interested in him should Moore take the head coaching role in New Orleans. Which experienced candidates could be Philadelphia's offensive equivalent of Vic Fangio? Frank Reich is familiar with Philadelphia and has collaborated with Sirianni previously. He served as the Eagles' offensive coordinator for 2 seasons, contributing to the team's victory in Super Bowl LII before becoming the head coach of the Colts in 2018. Reich and Sirianni spent 3 seasons together with the Chargers and an additional 3 seasons with the Colts. Sirianni shares a close bond with Reich and expressed emotional sentiments after the Eagles' victory over the Colts in 2022, shortly after Reich was dismissed. If Reich returns to Philadelphia as offensive coordinator under Sirianni, it would represent a significant and fitting reunion. Ken Dorsey transitioned to coaching after a 6-season NFL playing career. He began as a pro scout for the Carolina Panthers for 2 years before becoming their quarterbacks coach in 2013. Dorsey has advanced through the coaching ranks, including roles as offensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills and Cleveland Browns. Following an unfortunate exit from Cleveland, he could thrive in a more stable environment in Philadelphia. Eric Bieniemy was a highly sought-after head coaching candidate due to his success with the Kansas City Chiefs, but did not receive an opportunity. He spent last season as the assistant head coach and offensive coordinator at UCLA and is now seeking a return to the NFL, reportedly in contention for the offensive coordinator position with the New England Patriots. Bieniemy concluded his playing career with the Eagles in 1999, making it fitting for his next coaching chapter to occur in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia Eagles roster will likely change by the 2025 NFL season. The team boasts a talented lineup without significant weaknesses, leading to the inevitability of some capable players departing this offseason. Retaining the entire roster is unrealistic, and the Eagles will need to create salary cap space. Pro Football Network has identified top-cut candidates for each team, suggesting that Philadelphia consider parting ways with former All-Pro James Bradberry. The most viable options appear to be Darius Slay Jr. or James Bradberry IV, both of whom would provide over $4 million in cap space, stated Pro Football Network. The emergence of rookie defensive backs Quinion Mitchell and Cooper DeJean has given the Eagles flexibility at that position. However, cornerback depth is crucial. Retaining both Bradberry and Slay would be optimal. Of the two, Bradberry is more at risk, having surrendered 11 touchdowns and a passer rating of 114, 3 in 2023, followed by missing the entire 2024 season due to injury. Nevertheless, he performed exceptionally well in 2022, leading the Eagles to consider whether his contract necessitates a departure. Bradberry has been sidelined for the entire 2024 season after sustaining an injury just before the start of the campaign. There has been little information on his condition throughout the year, but updates are anticipated following the Super Bowl. Sirianni is the same coach who faced potential dismissal multiple times from the Philadelphia Eagles in the past year and elicits strong reactions whenever his name is mentioned. "I understand that many people may not like him," said Dave Spadaro, Eagles insider for the Philadelphia Eagles. "He's one of those individuals who is easy to dislike if he is not on your team. However, internally, he is well regarded, and the players clearly rally behind him." Spadaro, who has covered the Eagles for decades and is preparing to observe his 4th Super Bowl in person, described the 43-year-old Sirianni, who holds a record of 48-20 since taking the helm in January 2021, in one word. "Intense," Spadaro remarked. During the Eagles' previous Super Bowl match against the Chiefs, Sirianni became a viral sensation prior to kickoff when tears streamed down his face during the national anthem performance by Chris Stapleton. "He's passionate," stated former Eagles center Jason Kelce. "He loves his players and his team." In Week 6 of the 2024 season, Sirianni returned from a bye week with a shaved head to address a disappointing 2-2 record. The Eagles subsequently achieved 10 consecutive victories, propelled by Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, leading them to the pinnacle of American sports. Although some fans may harbor disdain for Sirianni evidenced by a moment when he cursed at Chiefs supporters on camera, the New York native embodies the fervor of Philadelphia's sports culture. "He's reached the playoffs 4 times, noted Spadaro. "This is his 2nd Super Bowl appearance. He has the highest winning percentage in Eagles history, surpassing Andy Reid. His 4-year record ranks among the best in NFL history. Is he sometimes excessive with his gestures and expressions? Yes. He has fostered a collegiate atmosphere here where the players can connect. His 5 core values are connect, compete, football IQ, accountability, and fundamentals. The Eagles have adhered to these values on their journey to another Super Bowl. For months, outsiders have criticized and questioned Hurts, who must face the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce on Sunday, February 9th in Super Bowl LIX. As they prepare for the Super Bowl, the Eagles announced the opening of practice windows for defensive end Brandon Graham and tight end C.J. Uzoma. Graham was placed on injured reserve shortly after revealing he had torn his triceps following the 37-20 victory over the Rams during Week 12's Sunday Night Football. The 15-year veteran initially stated he was out for the season in the locker room after the first encounter with the Rams, but is doing everything possible to prepare for the significant game on February 9th. We'll see. Tomorrow I'll meet up and see if it's a possibility. I've been working hard, but we will see, Graham said after the Eagles won the NFC Championship. At the end of the day, I'm just happy we got there. The boys scored 55 today, Graham's jersey number. That's what's up. So that might be telling me something. Uzoma was placed on IR on New Year's Day after participating in 7 games, 3 starts, for the Eagles this season. Additionally, the Eagles have signed running back Lou Nichols to the practice squad and released tight end Nick Muse. Nichols spent time with Philadelphia during training camp and the preseason in 2024 and returned to the practice squad a month ago. He originally entered the NFL as a 7th-round pick of the Packers out of Central Michigan in 2023. He joined the Eagles practice squad in October of his rookie season and finished the year in Philadelphia. He returned on a reserve future deal in 2024. Nichols, 5'10", 220 pounds, rushed for 3,061 yards, added 575 receiving yards, and scored 29 total touchdowns in 32 games at Central Michigan. He was the Mid-American Conference Offensive Player of the Year in 2021. Muse did not see any game action with the Eagles after being signed to the practice squad on January 22nd. Muse was originally a 7th-round pick by the Minnesota Vikings in 2022 out of South Carolina. He has participated in 16 games over his 3 seasons, primarily as a practice squad elevation. Written by Liam Wixer, when the Eagles defeated Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders 55-23 in the NFC Championship, Sirianni confidently supported his dual-threat QB. "I don't want anybody else leading this team at quarterback other than him. He's a winner," Sirianni stated. Again, he faces so much criticism, which astounds me given the questions I have to answer. I don't focus too much on that. The questions I have to answer make me think, man, this guy wins. He's won his entire life. Sirianni has encountered the same questions since taking over for Doug Peterson, who led the Eagles to their first Super Bowl in 2017 with Nick Foles and the Philly Special, and was subsequently fired 3 years later following a 4-11-1 record and instability on the sidelines. Sirianni, a former wide receiver at Division III Mount Union, transitioned from Indiana University of Pennsylvania to an assistant coach with the Chiefs, and later became the offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts. Since joining the Eagles, he has experienced considerable success and is now 1 victory away from attaining a prestigious world title that will be celebrated by Chiefs detractors globally. If results are the standard for evaluation, then, according to Spadaro, Nick Sirianni is among the very best. A Super Bowl victory would finally elevate him into that upper echelon. However, Super Bowl Media Week will be inundated with various inquiries, and the scrutiny of Hurts and the Eagles' passing game will be relentless, intensifying the ongoing love-hate discussion surrounding Sirianni before another national anthem is performed. As recently as October, after Robert Saleh was dismissed in New York, a headline in USA Today read, "Who else is on the hot seat?" Spadaro mentioned.